Hello drama teachers, here is a tour of one of our latest resources from the understudy. This can be found in the resource shop on our website, and today we are looking at the resource entitled Home, which is a devising unit which revolves around ideas of home and migration and forced migration and refugees, and is suitable for probably about year 9, but you can have a discussion about that at your own school. It would also be a great sort of teaching unit for starting devising at GCSE or IGCSE, so it might be good for that as well. It might go as young as year 8 if you've got the right sort of students. So to give you an idea of what's in the pack, this is the set of resources that you get if you purchase it, and you first of all get a teacher intro, which is a page and a half, 2.5 pages of notes explaining our thinking behind the pack and what you get and why we've decided to do this particular pack. We started with a unit that we used to teach based around Warsan Shire's poem about refugees, Home is the Mouth of a Shark, and then we took it right back to students thinking about their own concept of what home means to them. And then what would that mean if you were to lose your home through violent or desperate situations. We think it's really good for international schools and for students who've got a diverse range of backgrounds, and for students who maybe need to think about their own sense of privilege, so it could be useful for all kinds of students. In the pack you then get a scheme of learning, which is a set of lessons in this design. So you get a warm-up and introduction, a discussion provocation and a register question, a main activity, a sharing and reflection. Each lesson is designed in that way. The order of things is sometimes a little bit different depending on what works best for the lesson. And you've got all your resources linked into the lesson that you might need, and really detailed guidance as to what we would do with a practical activity in the lesson. You get 6 full lessons like this. They could be about 50 minutes. You could make them last longer, you could make them shorter, it's up to you. And then you get an option for an exhibition or assessment at the end of the unit. So it's a really detailed scheme of work. It's editable, so you can add, if you need to have specific keywords or you need to have differentiation or anything like that, you can add in columns like that for your own school's requirements. And then also in the pack, probably the kind of pièce de résistance is the set of slides that you have for using in class. These are beautifully designed. They take us much longer than you might spend designing slides just for use in your own classroom. You have a sort of chapter title so that you, the teacher, know where you are for each lesson, and then you have various slides to guide each part of each lesson through your practical activity, your sharing, your reflection activities, so that when you're teaching, you don't have to have the scheme of work in your hand most of the time, because you can actually teach from what's on the board, which is really useful. And they are, beautifully designed, and students really appreciate them. There's also, some of the practical activities have got music or soundscapes built into them, specially created soundscapes. So there's lots of really great stuff for you to use. You can see there's over 50 slides designed in this way, ending up with the group devised piece or the class sharing. And we've put in all the music links there for you, which I think is really useful as a drama teacher, so that you don't have to spend hours listening to music that you think would be appropriate for a certain piece. And then also in the pack you get the poems and printouts. These are all the poems that we use as a kind of stimuli, the snowballs activity, and there's a kind of news crisis soundscape that we've created for a couple of the exercises that's really effective. So hopefully that will be something that you want to buy. As I said, you can go to theunderstudy.org, and if you go to the shop, you'll see this is in the top row of the shop page, and if you wanted to, it is in a deal with our identity scheme of work, which is more appropriate for about year 7 age, so you can get both for £50, but if you want to buy just the home unit, that one is £30 on its own. Hope to see you there. Thank you.